8 hours ago, I was in Singapore with my bike. Now we are enjoying the beautiful views of Lombok. If you're curious to know how I packed my bike into the box, checked it into the airport, and brought it here, then you may wish to continue watching this video as I have covered everything step by step. Let's start by packing the bike into the bike box. Here I'm using a hard shell bike case, but there are plenty of other options available on the market. I will compare the different types in a separate video, but for today, let's focus on getting this bike packed and ready for the flight. Let's begin the preparation by removing everything that's easily detachable, for example my bottles, lights, saddlebag and bike computer. Anyways, my bike has a 58 cm frame which suits my height of 185 cm. And I believe it falls into the large bike size category. To continue with the preparation, I carefully turn the bike upside down and begin by removing the pedals. To avoid tightening them by mistake, I first check which way the wheels turn when I rotate the pedals. Since the wheels turn clockwise, I simply turn the pedals anti-clockwise to loosen them, as they must be designed to tighten as I pedal them, making them safer and secure while riding. And I repeat the process for the other pedal with the same logic in mind. Anyways, if you're finding this video useful so far, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe. It really fuels my passion to create more cycling related videos so we can share this amazing hobby together. Before removing the rear wheel, it's recommended to shift the chain under the smallest gear, as this makes the wheel easier to remove. It's also a good idea to keep a cleaning cloth or some wipes nearby, as you will need them during the process. I am now ready to remove the rear wheel. I stand behind the bike, pull the V shape of the derailleur towards me to create more space, and then gently lift the wheel out. I then insert the skewer back through the frame and passing through the chain to prevent it from rubbing against the frame. For disc brake bikes, I highly recommend using a brake caliper spacer to prevent any issues if the brake lever is accidentally pressed during transport. I didn't have one at the time, so I used a 20-cent Singapore coin instead, which worked well. I simply taped it in place to keep it secure, then repeated the same process for the front brake caliper. It's now time to place the bike inside the box. I begin by lowering the tire pressure to around 30 psi before flying. That's low enough to account for pressure changes while keeping the tire seated on the rim, whether you are using inner tubes or tubeless sealant. I then place both wheels into the box and secure them with the straps provided. In my case, because I have a larger 58 size frame, I also had to remove the seat post. Without doing so, the bike couldn't fit inside the box. Once the seat post is removed, everything fits nicely and can be securely fastened using the straps provided. There isn't one universal way to secure bike inside the bike box, so you use your best judgment. If needed, use cable ties or extra straps to minimize movement during transport. Please pay extra attention to the rear derailleur, as it's one of the most delicate parts of the bike and can be easily damaged if not properly protected. We are now ready to close the box, and while we do that, it's worth mentioning that there is plenty of empty space inside the box. Many people use this space to pack items like their cycling shoes, helmet, pedals and other accessories. I chose not to do that on this trip, but there is nothing wrong with it. Just make sure everything is securely fastened so that it doesn't move around and hit the bike frame during transport. Lastly, for an extra peace of mind, I use two small number locks on any two of the latches. They are mainly there to help prevent the box from accidentally opening during handling and transport.
Now it's the time for the best part, heading to the airport as we dream about.
For two people, we booked a 13-seater van for bike boxes and it was just nice. For one bike box, A 6-seater should be fine. Just inform the driver in advance and send a photo of the bike box. I arrived in time for check-in and my bike box weighed around 25 kg. I was flying with Scoot and they treated it as oversized baggage. They attached a fragile sticker, tagged it and asked me to leave it at the oversized baggage drop-off. I left it there and managed to capture a quick video before heading off. It's 4:20 a.m. in the morning and I'm literally in a zombie mode. I need some time to recharge myself with that coffee and I will see you soon at Lombok Airport as we receive our luggage. We have arrived at Lombok Airport. That's our bags behind. I think it will bring to the belt and then we can collect it from there. Here comes my bike box safely arriving at the baggage claim. As we made our way out, we were stopped by customs for luggage inspection. I tried to be smart by showing them my bike packing video to avoid opening the box, but they still asked me to open it anyways. The inspection took some time, and if you have packed more things in the box, you will be spending more time with them. And finally, I'm very happy to be out of the airport with our bike boxes, and our driver cum tour guide is waiting for us to escort us to our residence in Lombok. Hey, Assalamualaikum.
Welcome to Lombok. Very nice
Thank
to
you,
meet
thank you. Our bikes have safely made it to Lombok and we will soon be meeting our hosts. I'm excited to share more of our cycling adventure around this beautiful island. And I would love to have you with me on this journey. So if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button as I share the cycling culture of Lombok and many more cycling adventures beyond. Abhishek is there.
Right. Thank you, Abhishek. Sofian, nice meeting you.
you.